Hey guys, it's me. I'm back with another budgeting video. This is for my paycheck from November the 20th, which was yesterday. So today was the first day that I have been outside of my apartment in a week. I have not been in isolation because of COVID. I had to take vacation because I had a whole bunch of days built up because lo and behold, I didn't go on vacation this year, and my work is sort of a high stress one, I guess, and they were all, you're going to burn out, you need to take some time. So I took some time and painted my apartment and basically spent the last week inside doing manual labor. It's not really my jam. So I went grocery shopping today and was back out in the world, and I have to say I didn't miss it all that much. But yeah, so back out in the world. I already did my grocery shopping and I did a little bit of Christmas spending. I had to mail some parcels before I got around to doing my budget today because I was worried about the post office closing before I could get there if I waited, did this before leaving the apartment basically. I think I might have actually been okay in the end. I always tend to over worry about these things. So the balance after I've done some of that shopping today is $1,296.12. So we're going to take out half of rent. I don't know if you remember, but last paycheck or like last budget that I did, I was all, wow, I have this really big cushion. I'm all excited. Maybe I can make an extra payment. Yeah, no, that cushion totally went away thanks to being on vacation and having time to spend money, I suppose. Oh, you know what? I lied. I went out of the apartment on Monday because I got a new tattoo, which is where part of that cushion went to. And alcohol because, dude, 9 days with almost zero human contact, there's going to be some drinking, am I right? Although surprisingly not as much as I thought. I guess I'm just not a big drinker. So my line of credit payment that I calculated out previously, I think I'm going to have to recalculate it again. I'm a little worried. My credit card has been getting used. I'll explain in a little bit, but so my backup whenever my credit card gets too high, of course, is always we'll move it to the line of credit because there's lower interest, and then recalculate for paying off the line of credit. I mean, it worked before, but now I'm worried I'm just using it as like what it would be like a safety net. Like I'm not being responsible enough with the Visa and with the racking up of the charges on the Visa. And some of that is completely me. I mean, obviously the charges going on the Visa are mine, but painting the apartment actually was not my idea. It was my landlady's idea because it had some hideous brown panel walls in here from the previous landlord. Seriously, ugliest things you've ever seen. And she was like, don't you want to paint them? And kind of convinced me into it a bit, and they said that they would pay for the supplies if I did the work. And since I had the week off with nothing to occupy me, it sort of fit in for this time frame. And so what they said was whatever the supplies cost, it'll just get deducted off my rent. And since I move my rent over every paycheck, then I'll just, the cost of the supplies, take it out of the amount that I put aside for rent and then put it onto the Visa card. But I'm just worried because the paint store convinced me to buy one extra can of paint from what I needed. And now I'm worried that they're not going to pay for all the supplies because they're like over $200 in painting supplies. It's ridiculous how much painting supplies are. So I'm a little bit panicky that they're going to be like, oh, we didn't think it would be that much and not cover the whole cost. But I haven't asked them yet because I'm a chicken about these things. And I apparently just like to stew in the worry before I work up to actually bringing it up in conversation. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. And then I did actually use the Visa card for a little bit more Christmas shopping. I think I'm finally done, except for some stocking stuffers. I'm not really sure how many more of those I need. I don't know. I'm working on it. Okay. Oh, sorry. This $50 was my student loan. So so the grace period of not having to pay has ended, and I had to reapply for payment assistance because I don't make enough money to be able to make the full student loan payment that they want every month. So I'm in Canada, so you do this form every 6 months online, just saying like what you made in the previous month, and then they calculate out how much they think you should be able to afford for a payment. So the last time that they calculated it out was right before COVID, and it was coming up to almost $100 a month, which is why I do $50 per paycheck. But then when the grace period came, I was still making payments as best as I could, figuring, I mean, I'm going to owe the money anyways. If I can afford to pay it during the grace period, I might as well. So I kept paying it. I think I maybe missed one or two. And then the grace period ended, and I had to reapply for the payment assistance. And so I did, and I applied on time. And then I got an email saying that they're basically overwhelmed with applications, and there's going to be a longer than normal processing time. So I don't know what my new payment is. It might be higher, it might be lower, it might be the same. They might want more information. I'm really just waiting to hear from them at this point, but they guesstimated about 2 weeks of a wait time, and I think I'm only a week into that. So I'm just going to stick with the payment I've been doing all this time, and I don't know, hope it doesn't count against me, which you think it wouldn't, but they're kind of jerks, so it could. Okay, that was a lot of rambling. So my cell phone payment is due. I already did grocery shopping for this week, so I'm not counting that into the budget. So I'm just putting in for next week. And then 200 for gas, which is always a guess. You never know. Oh, wait, I've done something wrong. Have I done something wrong? Wait, sorry guys. Okay, so 453.44 minus 50 is 403.44 minus 330.64 is not $72.80. What am I doing? What am I doing? 403 minus 72.80, 330.64 minus 80. Yep, 250.64. Okay, yeah, okay. I miscalculated in my head. Oh, that's painful. $50.64 for my buffer, which is not good because I still have some things that I purchased for Christmas that haven't shipped yet, and of course the charges don't actually get applied until being shipped, and there's sort of a random combination of some of them going to my Visa and some of them being paid directly from my bank account. And if you think I'm tracking accurately which is which and when they're coming out, you are very much overestimating me. But yeah, okay, so that is what I'm left with after the bills. Now, I did some Christmas shopping and mailing of stuff, I think I already said. So I'm just gonna put it as Christmas spending. I mailed some stuff today. Some purchases from Best Buy for presents. And then these were actually all at one time. These three that I'm doing right now were from, or are from Amazon, and they were all one Christmas purchase, but heaven forbid they send everything at one time. So Amazon presents, and I already calculated this out to $202.86 spent. Now I had that sinking fund for Christmas presents, which is only at 155 balance. So I have overspent, which I mean, I'm kind of surprised because I had a lot of money in there, it felt like, but at the same time, because I can't go home for Christmas, I find that I'm sort of, not that I'm spending more exactly, but I mean, I'm spending more because of shipping and buying like little extra things because I'm not going to be there. And I don't know, I feel like the need to make up for that, even though it's not my fault I'm going to be there. Yeah, weird, I suppose. So my present sinking fund balance is 155. There's actually change in there. It's like 155 and change, but I'm going to leave the change so that the bank account doesn't go right to zero because somehow that makes me feel better. So that's why I don't have a Visa payment coming out of this money, because it's going to be coming from that sinking fund. So it's not affecting this budget, which, can I say how grateful I am for that sinking fund right now? Yeah, so my Visa balance is pretty high, so that'll go on it, and then hopefully the landlords will cover the full amount of the painting supplies, which will be, I think it's like 250 something ish, around there. And then my mom owes me $40, which is not a lot, but you know, every little bit counts, and then that'll help get it down to like a more manageable range. It really got racked up this past week, mostly those painting supplies and the Christmas shopping, and it's freaking me out. I think I've already said that 3 times, so sorry for repeating myself. But yeah, so this is what it is looking like. I mean, it's not so bad, right? Like, that sucks, but we've been at worse. I've definitely had that be lower. And the sinking funds will all get distributed out to the various ones. It's not just one lump sum into one bank account. Yeah, so it breaks down into like $5 here, $7 there, another $5 over there. I mean, it all makes sense. And as I get farther into the year, well, farther into the year, we're almost at the end of this year, but you know what I mean, like farther into the payments into the sinking fund, then it won't be so bad, because they'll actually look more impressive within the bank account balances. And I did actually forget about one. I was supposed to pay for my casting workbook yearly fee, membership, account. I can't think of what to call it right now. I act. I'm in Vancouver and I act, except not this year because everything's been shut down, and it's not my main form of income because I don't look right according to the industry standards right now. And so it was getting really hard to get auditions for anything, and so I had to make the choice to work full time somewhere and make sort of a more livable wage, because I really wanted to get out of debt, and there was no way I was going to do that with my acting, which sucks because acting is like the one thing that I really, really want to do and am legitimately very good at. But you know, some things you can't control, and it is just not my time. So I still do some background stuff, and I kept all of my various acting things going. Do you know what I mean? So casting workbook, which is where casting agents can find you and people, and you can see posts for auditions and things like that, always with the hope that somehow it would become fruitful to keep them. But really, this past year I haven't used it at all. And I mean, yeah, part of that's COVID, but part of that is just, actually no, it's probably all COVID. I usually check it more often. So I'm trying to decide if I should re-up for the next year or not. Like, I want to, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I want to because it's holding on to a dream that isn't going to happen anymore, or because there's still a chance. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time to decide, really, because my membership dues were due already, and they sent me a warning about, like, if you don't sign up soon, then you're going to be put down to like the lowest tier of membership, which basically means you're not searchable, so what's the point of having the account? So yeah, it's a lot of rambling about stuff you didn't really care about. I do that to you a lot, sorry. But just to say that my sinking funds, I screwed up because I forgot that one. And I don't know how I forgot that one. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no, I have nothing. I got nothing. It just wasn't in my list for some reason. It's probably one that, because it was always such an automatic, of course I'm going to pay it. Like, it just got paid out of like my budget at the time whenever it got due. I'm really not sure. That doesn't matter. It is up to me to figure out if I'm going to pay it or not and keep going with it or not. I hope you guys are having a great end of the November month. Depending on where you are, depends on sort of where you feel you are in the season. I think there's Thanksgiving for Americans somewhere around now. Well, at least it's in November somewhere, I think, right? So happy Thanksgiving to you guys. And happy it's almost December and Christmas and Hanukkah and all the things, all the lights, all the junk food, all the fun stuff. So it's coming up, guys. We're getting there. We're so close to the end of 2020. We can definitely make it, right? Right. Okay, well, that's it. Have a lovely day. I hope you all are doing well and being safe. And I will talk to you in another couple of weeks. And maybe this number in another couple of weeks will be a little bit better. Here's hoping. Bye.